Hi guys, I wanted to film a video today showing a review on the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Foundation. I'm filming this intro on my phone because my camera, for some odd reason, just doesn't want to work anymore and it's pissing me off. So that's cool. The intro is the only part that's going to be on my phone. I wanted to try these new Milk Makeup Blur foundations. They are supposed to blur the face, really smooth and soften, give you a matte finish, but also a full coverage. They are silicone-free, oil-free, dimethicone-free, gluten and cruelty-free, which I think is huge. There's not a lot of brands that claim all of that, so it's great that there's a full coverage foundation that offers a little bit of something to everybody. These are 1 ounce bottles and, well, tubes I should say, and they go for $40. Every skin type, dry, oily, combination, etc. I have dry skin, so when I see matte foundation, I normally no, turn the other way. This one has hyaluronic acid in it, which is supposed to help hydrate the skin, keep the skin hydrated so it doesn't look dry, cakey, or start to separate on the face. This is probably going to be the most janky review ever. If you hear humming in the background, that is my fan because it's hot in the house. We don't have air conditioning. Thank you, Los Angeles homes that are old. Also, I'm wearing a wig and I didn't really put it on that well, so you're probably going to be seeing some wig slippage. And let's get into it. So we have 16 different shades here. They are saying you can apply it with your fingers, dab it on, blend it out. They also have this, it's a silicone sponge. We've got one of the silicone applicators. For me personally, it's a little challenging. I'm just so used to the beauty blender, and you know, we all kind of gotten used to that little. So with this one, it's really about dabbing, but also like swiping on in the technique. It's like having to relearn how to apply. So these can be a bit challenging. I'm gonna apply half of my face with this guy, see how I like it. One of the Milk Makeup girls, she matched me in the studio to the shade Golden Light. I don't have anything on right now. I just woke up like not that long ago. It does give a pretty nice coverage. It covers my tattoo really well, but I have hyperpigmentation, acne scarring, so let's see how well it covers that. I'm not gonna use a face primer. I don't feel like I need to. I personally like Milk Makeup. I like the brand. I like the brand aesthetic. I know a lot of people kind of like don't like it, but I like it. I feel like every brand has, I'm just applying this. I'm gonna use the silicone sponge on this side. But I feel like every brand kind of has their own aesthetic, and I feel like Milk Makeup is just for that girl who doesn't necessarily have a bunch of time to get ready. A girl on the go. Like all of their stuff, if you haven't noticed, works well without brushes. Like they're all for you using your fingers to apply or just swiping it directly on. Very natural, like clean looking makeup, but also fun. I don't know, I like it, I don't mind it. The reason I say that is because I've seen a lot of people just kind of say that they don't like the brand aesthetic, or they don't get it, or they're trying to be too cool. I don't know, I just don't get that feeling. I think I just understand the target, like who they're trying to sell towards. Does that make sense? I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. So I'm swiping it on. It is giving a nice coverage, I must say. The nice thing about the silicone applicators is that you're not going to waste any product, whereas a sponge will absorb most of the product. A silicone applicator literally picks up product, puts it back on. It doesn't absorb or hold on to anything. So that is the benefit. You can see my hair, sorry. That is the benefit of a silicone applicator. So that was just one layer, right? And it did cover pretty nicely. You could still see my hyperpigmentation, which I feel like is normal. It's rare that a product can cover my hyperpigmentation. Very rare. Let's do another layer, see what happens. So I'm just swiping it on and like dabbing under my eyes, but mainly swiping. Okay, so we have half of the face done. This was what, 2 layers? It looks nice on the skin. It's not necessarily covering all of my dark spots right here, but I feel like I could just come over and spot correct and it's not gonna kill me. But the only thing I'm not liking is my under eye looks really cakey. Or like really push it in with your fingers to warm up the formula and get it kind of like melted into the skin. There we go. That's better. I think it's nice. I'm not against this. And on this side of my face, I'm going to use the It Cosmetics. This doesn't have an actual name, but it's a double-ended. You get this fluffier brush on one end, and this is like concealer brush on the other. I love this brush for applying foundation or even bronzer, but I especially love this side because you can really come underneath the eye and blend really well. I'm going to do this side of the face though with this brush because I know the Beauty Blender, since it's a sponge, it's just going to absorb some of the product and give me a sheer coverage or sheer to light coverage, and I don't want that. I want it more full, so I'm going to use an actual brush to apply. I like the brush way better. Now I understand that not everybody wants a full coverage or needs a full coverage, so I feel like that silicone sponge is nice, but I just struggle with it. But this brush is giving me a really nice coverage. I look almost airbrushed. I'm taking a little bit like right underneath my eyes. I will say the brush was way better versus this applicator side. So this is now it like dried down. It feels nice on the skin. It has a gel-like finish. It feels like a gel. It's very interesting. I'm just building it where I want more coverage. So right in here. I like this. I think it has a really nice finish to it. I would still set this with the powder because it does kind of have like this shine and slickness to it that makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel like it's just gonna slip around. But that's just me personally. I feel like you could get away with nothing else. I think it's really pretty. And the fact that it's like cruelty-free, vegan, dimethicone-free, paraben-free, all that good stuff. Like, you gotta admit, that's hard to find, especially vegan. So I'm gonna set it with my Laura Mercier powder, and then I'm gonna just kind of wear it for the rest of the day. I'm just gonna wear it for the rest of the day and see what happens. I feel myself sweating right now, and I don't see it like surfacing or anything, so I don't know. I do feel like it's looking pretty nice. My sweat mustache always comes through and eats up my makeup, so we'll see how that goes. In all honesty, just based off the first impression of this, I actually like it with the brush better for myself because it is giving a fuller coverage and it just made my skin look really smooth and flawless. I really don't like giving a review based off of using it one time because sometimes different primers or different moisturizers can kind of change the effect of a foundation, or even like a setting powder can. So I want to use it for a couple of days and to see like how it ends up wearing for me and if it starts acting funky. I have a makeup gig tomorrow, so I need to like wash a bunch of my brushes. I need to prep my kit and all that stuff. So I don't know if I'll have time to check back in, but if I do, I will. If I don't, I'm gonna leave it in the description box below how it wore for the day and how I liked it. It does not look super cakey at all. Like, it's very interesting. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna put on blush or anything like that because I don't feel like it, and I'm just gonna wear this. So far, based off of right now, I would rate this 9 out of 10. I do feel like it blurs my skin. I'm dry and it seemed to sit really nicely. I'm sweating while applying the foundation and it actually sits really nicely on the skin. I like that it's vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, dimethicone, all that jazz, because it does kind of fit any type of lifestyle person who's looking to avoid certain ingredients, which I like that. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Make good choices. I will be seeing you guys very soon.